Today we are working on 10 pairs of sneakers for posting today on our stores. What do we got today? Let's see. Let me see what we got. All right. First up, we have the Jordan 1 Retro Highs. Size 11 in men's. Colorway is light smoke gray. These are pretty clean. Dirt around the lower soles. Probably need relaced. Just a light cleaning. These are in pretty good shape. Next we have some Nike Dunk Low mediums. Colorway is curry. These are a 10 in men's. These are pretty dirty. Laces are really dirty. Suede is dirty. The soles have slightly yellowed. We do not do repairs, and I do not spend a ton of time fixing damage or repainting shoes. We buy a lot of shoes, and I don't have time to do that. Just this weekend, we bought 88 pairs of shoes, $1,400 in cash paid out to sellers. So, really good weekend for us. A lot of really cool shoes. Next, we got the Nike React Element 55s. Dirty around the whites. Pretty good shape, dirty on the tongue. These are size 11 in men's. Going to be cleaning these up. Next, we have the Jordan 1 Retro Highs in University Blue. These are size 10 in men's. Tongue is pretty dirty. Looks like there's some nice brown staining on it. Suede needs cleaned. Dirt around all the soles. Still in really good shape. You should clean up very nicely. Next, we got the Air Max 1s. These are size 11 men's in Spiral Sage colorway. Just dirty around the lower soles. Tread is good. Laces are going to be replaced. They're too dirty. I'm not even going to spend my time. There's a lot of fabric shaving to do on the inside from socks and wear. So we're going to clean all that up. Next, we got the Nike Signal. These are in pretty good shape. Laces to be pretty clean. Just dirty around the bottoms. Just a quick cleanup. These are size 11 in men's. Next, we got some Reebok Workout Plus sneakers. These are size 12 in men's. Colorway is Montana Cans. I don't know if you can see it. Almost like a lime green and orange. The leather is very worn out. Cracking everywhere, but structurally they're in really good shape, so I'm going to see how well these clean up. Come with orange laces already. We'll We'll see. I don't think they'll be posted for very much, but they are cool sneakers. Next, we got some Air Max 270s. 11.5 in men's. Parachute colorway. Bubbles are a little faded, scuffed up. We'll see if we can fix them with a first clean. Otherwise, in really good shape. Cool sneakers. Next, we got the Air Max 270 818s. Size 11 men's in the black colorway. Bubbles are pretty, they're scuffed up. See if we can clean these up nicely. Last but not least, we got another pair of Air Max 270 Reacts, size 11. Colorway is Future Swoosh. Again, the bubbles are cloudy a little bit, but they're solid. No sole separation. So what we're gonna do first, I'm gonna delace most of these sneakers because I like to clean the entire sneaker, top to bottom. I delace, I clean the lace, I vacuum, I hand wash the entire shoe, I hand dry the shoe, and then the shoes go under a very powerful fan to air dry them even further. I even clean the bottom of the soles. I like to make sure my customers get a very hygienic and clean sneaker. So let's start. Start with the Jordan 1 Retro Highs. Sometimes I don't need to do this, but I like to relace the shoes to make them look really good. Also, the laces are probably the most touched part of the shoe. So I definitely like to hand wash these and make sure my customers get a clean pair of laces. If the laces are too destroyed or frayed up, I will provide brand new laces. If the insoles are missing or damaged, I will also replace the insoles. That will not affect the price of the sneaker. That's more of a complimentary thing I do for my customers. You can see there's a little brown on the sole, so I'm glad I took the laces out. I wouldn't have seen that otherwise. Yeah, see, I can already see a little bit of hairs on them. So it's good. I always like to do this because when you take the laces out, you see a lot of stuff you wouldn't have seen. Next, the Dunks in the colorway Curry. Laces are very, very dirty. We're going to throw these straight to the trash. You can tell they're stained up. I know these aren't the original, I won't be replacing them with originals. I don't know, what would you do? Would you leave the originals in the package, all dirty and messed up? I don't know. It's not something I've gotten enough feedback on. I usually just replace the laces. And I've never had really a complaint. Except, like I said in my other live shows, the only negative feedbacks I've ever received are for $7 shoes or $8 shoes. You know, if I get a pair that's still wearable and I hand wash them and I clean them enough and they look good, I'll throw them on for $7, $8. You know, to bless somebody and get a nice pair of shoes. But for some people, that's not good enough, right? They paid $7 for a nice pair of Nikes or Adidas. And if it isn't, you know, perfect, they complain or leave you a negative feedback. But I only have 3 or 4 of my 1,600 sales. I maybe only have 3 or 4 bad feedbacks. These are going to need a good clean. They're creased up, scuffed up. We'll see how good we can get these. Nike Reacts Element 55s. These laces are super skinny, but they're originals and not in bad shape, so we will keep these. This might be a quicker show than most because these shoes aren't too bad. Only when sneakers are really scuffed up, marked up, need a lot of help, does my time take a little bit longer. But this should be a nice little quick live show today. I've been selling online for almost 13 years, but I've never gone on social media, never gone live. So I think it's time. Hopefully I get a little bit of support. I've said before, man, I swear my first subscriber that's a loyal subscriber, I'm definitely going to hook you up with a pair of sneakers. We'll see if anyone listens. Next, Jordan 1 Retro Highs University Blues. Again, these are size 10 in men's. The tongues definitely have some browning on them from the laces being dirty. We'll see how well we can get that out on a first wash. You may ask, why do I wear gloves? Because I don't know where these came from. I don't even remember who I bought them from. Are they hygienic people? I don't know. But I'm not risking it. I'm not touching people's boogers and ass hair. See a little brown there? Try to get that out. Same thing on this side, some browning. More than likely from the laces getting wet and rubbing up against the white fabric. So, and the university blue on these looks a little faded, so we're going to see if we can bring some of that back out. Next to the Air Max 1s, these laces are cooked. They're so dirty, I don't even want to, not even gonna spend my time. These are just regular flat-laced white laces. I have plenty of these to replace. So I'm just gonna toss these in the trash. Max. These are interesting because I looked these up. These are called Nike Signal. Colorway is black, gray, red, blue. Laces are in pretty good shape, so I am going to hand wash these just a quick once over to make sure that they're clean. Plus, these laces look a little bit more unique to the sneaker, so I definitely want to keep these. My first loyal subscriber. I'm gonna hook you up. Just tell me your size, tell me what kind of shoe you like. Probably got 800, 900 pairs sitting here. 300 probably need to be posted. Like I said, this weekend, Easter weekend, we bought 88 pairs. Half were Jordans, half were Nikes, some miscellaneous Adidas, some whatever else is what. Next, we got the Reebok Workout Pluses with the Montana Cans colorway. These are kind of light green and bright orange. And truth be told, they're not too dirty. I don't even know if I need to delace these. The tongues are beautiful. No staining. Yeah, these are going to be nice. I don't even think I need to touch these really. Plus, I'm not going to sell these for very much. The leather is cracked all over. Let's see if I can get a close-up for you. I don't know if it's possible to see, but hopefully my GoPro gets here tomorrow or the next day. Give you much better video and audio. Next is the Air Max 270 Reacts, the parachute colorway. We will delace these because the tongue is a little dirty on the inside. We're going to clean that up. Next, we got the Air Max 270 818s. Man, these look like you're walking on air. These bubbles are so big. Last but not least, Air Max 270 Reacts in the Future Swoosh colorway, size 11 men's. All right. So I'm gonna wash these laces real quick, hang them to dry. Just give me a second. I'll have a good idea for airing these out. Alright, perfect. It's gonna help these air dry these a lot faster. Like I said, some of these laces look great, but it's not about looking great. I want them to be clean, hygienic. I guess I don't have to do this, but I do. We're gonna do the really long ones on their own. There we go. All right. Tiny drill. It's wet. Alrighty. This is quick. This is quick and painless. Let's just get dirt off places. Let's run them back through one more time. the long laces from the Jordan 1 highs. Again, the black laces look great, but they got a little bit of fabric on them. Probably got a layer of dirt on them from use. So I scrub them. Run it back through the opposite direction. This gets all the hair, the fabric, dirt. Makes these laces look new again and clean. Nice hot water. Soak them up, squeeze them out. Alright, give me a second while I air dry these, hang them up. Alright, next we are going to vacuum the inside of sneakers and also inspect the insoles to make sure that they're okay, not ripped, make sure they're the right ones. If not, we'll remove them. So let's begin. Original insoles look good. We'll do a vacuum. Give me 5 minutes. process. Clean drying towel. Here we go. First, we are going to clean the soles at the bottom. When you receive a package from me, the shoes are clean top to bottom, no matter how good they look. For instance, this one has a little rock in it. Get all that stuff out. Little rock. Alright. Now, next I'll do the sides of the midsoles. Jordans are pretty easy. Actually, I forget, I like to brush them down first to get into any little crevices. Loosen up the dirt. I do not scrape the suede with this, obviously. I can actually get a new sponge. These have nice dirt buildup. Comes right off. So this fabric's a pretty rough fabric. You can definitely use a brush on this, and just by wiping it with the soap of my fingers, the brown is already coming off, which is a really good sign that these are going to come out almost like new. So, good stuff. Beautiful. All right, now, what I do with the suede, you get a very light brush. Super light. These bristles are very, very soft. This is how I like to get the first layer of dirt off and clean the outside of the sneaker. Also smooths the suede out. I've noticed over time when I do this, if the suede is a little, I don't know, just used, right? You know, it almost gets like orange peel, like in a paint job. If you brush the suede with this thing, it just smooths the suede right out. Works really, really well. And this brush is so soft that it doesn't scratch or scuff the suede. That's why I love these little brushes. These have cleaned a lot of sneakers very well. Oh yeah. Beautiful. There are some brown spots in the suede here. That should clean right up. I don't know if you heard me earlier in the live, but these have a lot of brown spots with the laces grinding up against them. Those are gone. I see a lot of people on Poshmark, Depop, eBay, Mercari. Man, they just take the shoes off their feet and take a picture, right? Dirty, laces messed up. I don't know, man. I don't know how people do. See those dark smudge spots on the suede right there just came off. Mind you, I've tried so many brushes, so many different types of sponges. This has kind of been my go-to setup after a bunch of trial and error. I know it doesn't scratch the suede. Some spots are worse than others. And I use Dawn Platinum because it's a great degreaser too. Not only does it clean stains, but it degreases. So especially on suede, when you have a lot of people touching it, they get those finger grease marks on them. This does really well to take it out without scuffing the suede, without putting brush marks in the suede. Beautiful. Came out great. That's a stiff one. Hell, if anyone wants to make me an offer while I'm cleaning them, they're yours. Get them before I post them. My stuff sells pretty fast. I know I'm not on social media, but I've been around enough where I have enough followers, enough people to know about me locally and internationally. I have a lot of repeat buyers. I try to do good business, but don't try to scam. I don't like scammers. I will fight you the whole way through. You try to scam me. If I make a mistake, I own up to it immediately. If I sold you something that wasn't good, I either missed it, or that's it. I just missed it, really. I try to do my best to get authentic sneakers, clean sneakers. Sometimes I buy huge bundles that have a couple shoes that are, not the best, but came out beautiful. All right, well, these dunks are going to be the real test, because these are probably the dirtiest pair I have here in today's session. The soles are yellowed. Suede is. Let's see how well that brush is. All right, first things first, we're clean the lower sole. Quick rub down. Yeah, when I first started, I didn't really clean like this. But you learn over time, you want to sell a good product, show people you care. And I do care. This is my business. I care about what I sell. I care about who I sell it to. I do not want to do bad business ever. If I can ever do better, just tell me. I can't do it without feedback. If you don't tell me, I don't know. Anyway, let's get started on these lower midsoles. They're already yellowed, but we'll see. No sole separation in good shape. It has been used. Even the lower sole isn't that bad. Again, this brush is just to loosen up the dirt and the crevices and the cracks. So when I hit it with a sponge, it comes out real nice. Alright, this is the hard part. This suede it's been used, guys. It's been used. I can only use a soft brush here. I do not want to mess up the suede. I don't even apply pressure. Very little pressure. I just kind of wipe it. Oh yeah, look how you just move the suede back. Yes, sir. There's any sneaker cleaners in here that say there's a better way? Teach me. This is all from trial and error on my own. Alright, look at this really soft sponge. And these shoes have been through it, so I don't think I can do any more harm. Obviously, these won't go for a lot of money. Maybe someone will be blessed with one a pair of dunks for cheap. I don't know. Make me an offer. Suede definitely came out better. Oop, lost the sponge. Alright. Let's see. Well, it's definitely a lot better. Let's see if I can show you. Got old on the right. Dirty. Wait, this one, sorry. A little bit different. Looks better. I don't know, would you waste your time on these? I don't think it's a waste. Not everyone's got the money to buy what they want. Sometimes I let them find them for cheaper. When I was a kid, I never had the sneakers I wanted, I can tell you that. Walking around comfortable is pretty important, right? Good for your feet, good for your soul. That's why my motto on my store is connect your soul. It's not only connecting yourself, but your feet to our sneakers. Okay, this is just very light pressure. I'm just trying to get the first level of dirt off without hurting the suede. We do a second pass here. I use the vegetable brush on the tones, and this type of fabric that can take it without hurting it. This is going to probably be the hardest pair we do today. They're dirty, but I think worth saving. To get that Dawn Platinum, that grease agent, all these greasy parts. About as good as they're going to get. Well, as good as they're going to get from a first-hand wash. Like I said, I don't really go deeper than that. I have too many shoes, too many things to post. I'm a one-man show. Do the best I can. Came out way better. Let me know in the comments what color laces you think I should put on these. Cream, white, brown. Colorway is curry. Next we got the Nike Reacts. These are very light sneakers. These are probably under 2 pounds shipped. Very, very light. Always to start with the sneakers, I do the lower sole, give a quick wash down. For the midsole, loosen up all the dirt. crevices in them. See how well I can get the sponge in there. But Nikes clean up so well. Nikes are one of the easiest shoes to clean. Now, sometimes they got these little crevices, so it's a little bit tougher. These have a lot of indents in it where my big ass fingers can't get in there. For anyone wondering how tall this workbench is, I'm 6'5". And look where it is, right on my waist. So I got banana hands, I got big old hands, big old fat fingers. Sometimes I can't get them into these little spots. We're gonna do the best we can to clean it. These are some weird tongues. These tongues are like almost like paper. It's almost like felt. That's why these shoes are super light. It's wild. But again, I'm not going to use a rough brush on this because it's so delicate. Use a nice soft brush. Clean the dirt off the tongues here. Should come out real nice. Same thing with the exterior. These aren't too bad, but a nice clean, nice once over. Be amazed how this comes out when you clean them like this. These Nike Reacts have all these craters in it. Makes it a little difficult to clean. Not gonna lie. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of tough spots. Extra I'm gonna try to get in these crevices. They look great, but I don't know. Not bad. These are a little tough. I don't like all these craters. I wonder if Nike thinks about when they make a sneaker and someone gets it dirty. Do they even think about how easy it is to clean your own shoes? I don't know. I guess they expect you to just buy another pair, right? Well, I'm for the people that don't want to just buy another pair. Try to clean them up. Alright, the Jordan 1 highs, University Blue. Brown stains, dirt on the soles. Just a regular clean, he should come out real nice. Soap all over. Who cares? Alright, we're clean the midsoles. Pick what's over with the brush. Lose some dirt. No more brown spots. Now, when you have these lower soles that, I don't know how to explain it, but they almost look like gravel, right? They're not smooth. So to get the dirt out of these, I always like to use a new sponge. Just something I've learned. It really gets the dirt off. And of course, you get good enough at this where you don't even hit the suede and scuff it up or anything. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. Now it's time to clean the rest of the shoe. A little bit of that Dawn. And a very light wipe down. No pressure. Don't put pressure at all. This is just to get the top layer of dirt off. And not to mess with the suede. it or not, this will actually bring back a lot of the color. Even if they're faded, I've seen a lot of cases where they come back darker and more full of color. Oh yeah, if you guys want to sell me your sneakers, hit me up. I'll buy them on eBay, I'll buy them on Depop, I'll buy them on Poshmark, I'll buy them on Mercari, I'll buy them on Vinted, I'll buy them on StockX. I don't really care. You got something to sell, sell it to me. I want your sneakers. Right now I source primarily online and locally. I'm probably one of the bigger local buyers and sellers of sneakers. I easily have on hand 800 to 900 pairs of sneakers. Now, I don't know about opening up a store though. I don't know how these guys make a lot of money unless they're hitting people over the head with prices and people pay it, I guess. I don't know, but you tell me, what would these Jordan 1 University Blues go for? What would you sell them for? Where would you sell them? All right, now these bad boys, we're gonna hit the Air Max 1s. But these Air Max 1s, they have a lot of, what's this stuff called? Fabric shavings. So a little fabric shaver. I guess this is from socks. This has never happened to me. I don't know how you get. I don't really know how you get this. I'm gonna try to take take as much out as we can. You can hear it hitting pieces. A little bit better. It's hard though. This is from socks. One shoe had it worse than the other. I'm not sure. Anyway, back to work. These are nice Air Maxes. These are all leather. I would definitely rock these. I guarantee these are going to clean up so nice. I've cleaned so many sneakers at this point that I already know which ones clean up the easiest, that are going to wipe down the easiest. This is definitely going to be one of them. See how the suede has. I can't wait for my better camera tomorrow, but basically the suede's got marks, the leather's got marks all over it, right? Just from being touched and used. That's all going to come right off. Oh yeah, you can just tell right away. Nikes like this wipe down so easily. Not difficult at all to clean these. Just a little bit of elbow grease, right? Just a little bit of giving a damn, right? Now, for leather, I use a sponge that I've used a lot because it gets real soft and it's not abrasive. On there, and just to wipe down, no pressure. You're just wiping it down. Works beautiful. Every piece of smudge, fingerprint, dirt, darkness comes right off. It's amazing. It's going to make somebody very happy. What I am going to do though, maybe a little bit extra, I am going to scrub the inside of these because of that fabric peel. I'm just going to go a little bit extra mile on these, a little bit extra low. That's it. Just a nice little scrub. Get that fabric white again. It's absolutely beautiful. Yes, sir. Huh. Clean. loosen up the dirt. For the lower sole, we hit the more abrasive sponge, the newer sponge. Dirt comes right off. Love it. Beautiful. Okay, back to the more used sponge. What softer sponge? Light rub down. Cleans the leather right up. All the smudge, look at that, just wipe away. Love it. Tried a lot of soaps too. This Dawn Platinum is great on grease, great on dirt. Just overall pretty good. I wear gloves because obviously I don't want to touch chemicals all day long, right? My hands are beat up enough from sports. Look at that, the tongue cleans right up. Beautiful. Clean the whites. Yeah, these come out real nice. All right, 5 more to go. I'm on these Reeboks. I'm not going to spend too much time on these, except clean the lower sole. Remember I told you earlier that the leather is cracked? It almost looks like, old skin, right? So I'm not going to do too much. He's going to go for really cheap online. But I still picked them up because I thought they were cool sneakers. Some of them might want them. I'd rock them if they were new. And they were my size. But that's, out of the 800, 900 pairs of sneakers I have in here, I can probably only wear about 10 pairs. I got big old feet. Quick wipe down. Nothing crazy. Like I said, I'm not going to go too ham on these. Try to get some dirt off here and there. Not too crazy. I can tell these weren't worn that much. I think they sat for a while though. And I guess this Reebok leather, maybe someone can comment below on the Reebok leather. I've seen this a lot on Reeboks. The leather gets cracky like this. Is it cheap leather? Has Reebok ever really been a really hot brand? Maybe you could tell me. been a real huge fan of Reebok, but I sell a lot of Reebok. That'll do it for these. I'm not going to go crazy with these. You can see that leather. I'm trying to show the leather. Anyway. This again should be another easy pair. These are comfortable too. Let's clean the lower sole. Yeah, that last pair of Reeboks, I didn't really want to go too hard on them. Just the fact that leather is old and cracked, and I'm going to let them go for really cheap. Oh no, it's almost like they had a patina, like an old car. Now these don't have all those crevices where I need to wipe it down with a vegetable brush. These soles are very smooth, easy to wipe down. That's why I said it should be an easy pair to clean. When the soles are smooth like this, just butter. Super easy to clean. Great. All right, the only other piece, we're going to wipe these down with a soft bristle brush. These white parts where the laces go in are a little dirty, so I'm definitely going to wipe those down. Nothing to be afraid of on these. All the fabric is rough and tough. You ain't going to hurt nothing on these. Tongues are very clean. Yeah, these weren't very used very much. No need to go too hard. Oh yeah, they look new. Huh. These came out great. These white parts. Alright, I believe these are the Nike React 270s. No, sorry. It's a Nike Air Max 270s. No, Nike React 270, Air 270. I was getting confused. This is the parachute colorway. The bubbles are cloudy, but even when I just wipe it, they get better. So for sure these are going to clean up real nice. Let's get to it. Quick wipe down. These have those darn crater crevices, so wipe these down with a brush first. Wipe the bubbles down. Loosen up any dirt. Beautiful. Now this fabric is very, very light. I definitely don't want to hit it with a vegetable brush with these rougher bristles. I'm going to hit it with this lighter one and see how it works. But obviously this is a light color, so there is dirt and marks. And see how well. See, I can feel it right through the fabric of my fingers. This fabric is very, very lightweight and not very thick. Which is what makes them a great shoe to run in or walk in. Bottom of the tongue is, the top of the tongue is a little dirty up here. Wipe those down. Oh man, wait till you see the bubble. Just wait till you see the shoe. Alright, non-clean shoe. Look at that bubble. Clean shoe. Beautiful. On to the second shoe. This is the third to last pair to clean before we lace them up. Ready to post. I told you it should be a short line today. These shoes weren't too bad. The person I bought these from obviously took better care of them than my last two live shows. I think I did a lot of Jordans, and either the left sole or the right sole was missing from every pair. I don't know what was going on. Beautiful. Remember, I just use this Dawn Platinum to get rid of the grease. It loosens grease, it loosens dirt. You don't have to really scrub that hard, that much. It does a great job of getting the first layer off of dirt. professional brush. That's where a lot of dirt is from people grabbing it with their fingers. Done deal. Oh, these came out so nice. These are gonna look beautiful in pictures, beautiful in person. Sweet. All right, these are the Air Max 270s, black, dusty, dirty, bubbles cloudy. Lower sole is still in pretty good condition. That's soap. Here we go. Just a quick loosening. These are going to be super easy to clean too. A lot of this lower sole is a hard material that's easy to wipe down and clean. And the fabric for sure is going to be easy to clean. Yes, sir. Look at that. These are pretty clean, actually. I think someone just let them sit for a while. They got dusty, a little dirty. Not too hard to clean. Oh, yes, sir. Let's see how I do side by side here. All right. Not clean. Look at that bubble. Sweet. Quick loosen, the dirt grime on the lower sole. Back to the sponge. Super easy. These shoes are really easy to clean. Love it. Least amount of time and efficiency is key. I spend 8 hours a day cleaning shoes. I don't know what I'll be able to post, take pictures, who knows. Spend time with family. Yeah. All right, one last pair. Nike React 270, Air 270s. This is the future colorway. I don't know why they call it that. I'll go with it. Yes, these have a little bit of creases up here, and the dirt is settled in there, so we're gonna see if we can get that dirt out. We ain't gonna kill ourselves because too many pairs. I got 300 more to do just like this. And they grow every day. I'll sell 20, buy 50. Sell 20, buy 50. It's kind of how it goes. I'm gonna start doing giveaways if I can build a following on here. Trust me, I'll give away sneakers. I'll give away hoodies. I'll give away jerseys. Just like, comment, subscribe, right? That's all you gotta do, right? Not too hard. That bubble. It's good. Try to get this dirt in the creases here up front. Yep, looks good. This soft bristle brush is amazing. Tongue's a little dirty. The laces. Came out nice. All right, people, we're almost done. We're gonna lace these up, stuff them, and then we'll be posting them on our stores shortly afterward. I already sold 2 pair of Jordans from the show yesterday. Sold some Jordan 11s and some Jordan 14s. When I used to post every day, I was selling 15 to 20 a day. Then I moved locations to this location. So I'm trying to get my schedule back up and running. Because when you post, you sell. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? These white laces. What were these on? I think these were on the Nike Elements. I'll wipe these down real quick. I forgot the white laces. How could I? Yeah, see all the dirt that I see is coming right off. So I'll lace these up last. These came out beautiful already. Look at that. Comes right off. Very nice. Did this whole live without even seeing these over there. It's all right. All right. Now, last but not least, lacing up the sneakers. So Jordan 1s we did earlier. Grab some laces. These long laces, let me tell you, to keep them straight the whole way through, it's a mission in its own. I like the nice flat look for my pictures. Yeah, see. That was get crossed up or something. Throw this to the wash. to maintain the form of the shoe. Definitely don't want creases in the shoes. These are gonna look so good. What a classic shoe. Jordan 1 Retro. Such a classic. Come on now. I'm probably going to cross them up there. Okay. Let's keep that tongue up. Shoe formed. Yeah, these take the longest. These long lace shoes. Man, there's an easier way to do this. Please let me know. I spent a lot of time just lacing the shoes. I guess I don't have to take them out, but if I didn't, how would the shoe look? Fugazi? Used as hell? washed head to toe, relaced, vacuumed, clean, ready to go. All right, all these Curry dunks. Let's see what color laces to put on these. I don't even know. We got a winner. Should I go the darker color or the lighter color? I think that's good. Kind of matches the lower sole. All around a decent color. I don't know how much I paid for these, but these aren't going to go for very much. This might be a $12.99 pair. Just because they're dirty. They're hand washed, but they need more love. And truth be told, these laces might be too long. I don't know. I don't know if white's going to do it. I think these laces would be way too long, maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. All right, let's see what music. We're going to put on some of my beats. All right, let's see here. We're going to finish off with some of my beats. Actually, these laces look like they're going to be the perfect length. Yeah, I think this was the perfect color laces to put. These are like a cream color. I think these came out really nice, actually. Sometimes I miss that inner loop. Tongue loop. can't wait till the camera gets better. But Nike Dunk mid one Curries. Jordan 1 high, UNC blue. I see a little dirt at the front of his toe here. I'll go back over that. Let me hit the front of the shoe a little bit. It's got just the slightest bit of dirt. Dry. So now I don't wear gloves because the shoes are clean. I know I'm not touching someone's boogers. I'm doing these shoes first, but they take the longest. These other shoes are going to be super quick. These are long, a lot of holes to put through. Goodness. These long flat lace laces, they're the hardest ones to keep straight and flat. You got a thick, fat lace going through a teeny little hole. Tough to keep it flat. I know most resellers is. Leave it how it's laced, right? Just so they took them off their feet. As you can see, I go a little bit. I go the extra mile. Whether or not that extra mile is worth it, I think so. I don't get a lot of returns, if any. I'm very descriptive about what's the matter with these. If there's anything, if there's scuffs and marks, I say so. If there's missing a sole or the sole's mismatched, I say so. If there's damage, that goes in the actual title. I don't want anyone to ever be misled by what we represent. I want you to absolutely love your sneakers when you get them from me. Jordan 1 High, University Blue. These should be super easy. Well, you think so. You would think so. I don't have to worry about these being flat. But this is the hard part. When you have shoes that are so light and the fabric is so light, it's hard to get the shoe to look like someone's wearing it for the pictures. So you gotta stuff them real carefully. So it actually looks in the picture like someone's wearing them. If you look at my pages, you might see some of the first pictures I ever took. Oh Lord. I don't have time to go back and redo everything. But good Lord, if you look at my earlier pairs, woo, you can tell I was freelancing. I did order the GoPro Hero 14. I don't know if I'll use that for pictures or not. Not sure yet. The iPhone works pretty good. One thing I dislike is the exposure. You know, you put up different colored shoes to the same wall, and the whole picture changes. The whole color contrast changes. It's kind of frustrating. That's something I need to get better at. Like I said, I'm trying to learn like the best of them and the rest of them. These are tough because the tongue is so light. These look great though. Came out good. So I like to at least do one or two laces and then stuff the front, especially on these really light, not thick fabric shoes. Once you do this paper, you kind of form it like the shoe already. Yeah, it works good like that. Thicker. I also like the tongues to look like they're on someone's feet, right? I would assume that everyone wants to see what it looks like if it's on your feet and how the tongues would sit. Now, we threw away the white laces on these. What do you think, white laces or green laces? I might just see if we have a good color for that. I don't think that green is too dark. Oh, that one's good. I don't know, I might just keep white laces on these. If anyone's interested in these sneakers, you can always tell me you want a different color. These will get brand new white laces. Yeah, I think white laces were the right choice. Sometimes you don't want to overdo it. Make them too flashy. Not every customer is the same. Good. I think on the GoPro Hero 14, you can go live directly to YouTube. So I'm going to do that. And then maybe go try to go live on the computer separately. And then go live on another. All these platforms, sometimes you can't. I think I've been reading, you can't just go live to every single place at once. Some are different than others. I also grabbed some Meta glasses too. They should be here today for shorts. I don't know what to do yet. Any social media influencers out there that want to help me out? You want a pair of J's? You want a pair of Nikes? Let's trade services. Never know. All I'd like to get better at my social media presence. Don't know what I'm doing too much. On these Reeboks, I'm definitely not going hard in the paint on these. I'm not relacing them. Like I said, the leather is cracked. I can't sell them for too much like this, but they're absolutely still wearable. Still some really cool sneakers. So I will post them. These are the Workout Plus Reeboks with the Montana Cans colorway. I don't even know what the hell the Montana Cans is, but it is a cool colorway, I can't lie. And I only stumbled with this much paper because I want the tongues to pop up. I like the shoe to maintain form. When I touch the leather, little pieces, it's very, very brittle. These are probably $12.99s. I do that a lot, people. I sell a ton of sneakers. I do not want to be on the high end of any price. I like to sell fast. I don't try to pinch every penny out of every sneaker. I look at what the highs are.
Say man, nigga.
And I can definitely tell you that I'm probably mid-range from what the highest sold to the lowest sold. I'm not a penny pincher. I just like to move stuff along, make people happy, enjoy what they're doing. I have a lady in the next town over. She found me on Facebook. I swear, I think she buys a pair of shoes from me every week. I ship fast. I ship same day or next day, depending on the time you buy. I ship every day except Sundays and holidays. My packages arrive in usually 2 to 4 days. By the time I'm done cleaning all the sneakers, these laces are absolutely dry, clean. When you buy from me, I guarantee your sneakers are clean. Even if they were worn 1,000 times and they look rough, I still clean them. Just part of my business model. I want to sell a good product, a clean product. Also, the bigger the sneaker, the more paper you need, obviously. I mean, I'm trying to keep the form and make it look like there's a foot in here. So I do buy a lot of packing paper. I do buy a lot of tissue, shoe paper. But look at that. Pretty. I'll probably need another 20 minutes. This shoe is a dope colorway, for sure. It's called Parachute. Probably run these opposite. I like to hide the laces. parachute in there. I don't know if you can see it. They call it parachutes. Parachute colorway. Pretty dope. Run them through. Hide them. I don't know why I like doing it like this, but this is just my way. That's it. Remember how those bubbles looked before? Look brand new now. These will look great in pictures. Here's the Air Max 720 18s. Damn, these got holes that go way back. Man, you can lace these way up, really hold your foot in. Damn. They got 2 more holes to go up there. I always forget to loop it in that damn thing. You would think after doing this hundreds of times, you get it. Ah, shit. See, I do it again. See? some marks and scuffs here and there. What am I doing? Almost done here, people. See the process. I think we've been live for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Then I gotta take pictures, edit my pictures, crop them down. I do not filter my pictures at all. The only thing I will do is mess with the exposure a little bit to make sure that the proper color shows. Last thing I want is someone to not get the color that they expect. And sometimes with different colored shoes, the exposure changes, which I'm no photography professional at all. But I'm doing my best trying to figure it out. There it is, folks. Last ones. Like I said, after this, after I close the live, I'll be taking pictures and posting all of these to our eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and Depop pages. If you mention this YouTube video that you watched it, I'll give you 20% off any shoe you want. Hit us up at Soul Sneaker Co. SOLE Sneaker Co. Have a wonderful day, everyone.